7 o'clock. We'll bring the meeting to order. And could we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Guerrera.
Oh, did you want me to say it?
Sue.
Oh, okay.
Sue will call.
Robert
okay.
Porter,
Present.
Mark Guerrera,
Present.
David Demers, Jeff Desmaris, Anthony Ciriello,
Present.
Jeff Franson,
Here.
Jim Lehner, Brian Mays,
Here.
Tom Walsh,
Here.
Marianne Rosa,
Here.
Luigi Velarde, Dr. Villanueva,
Here.
and Donna Ford.
Thank you. Minutes, we're the minutes of May 17th. For review, any corrections or errors?
Is the meeting long enough to have corrections?
I don't think so.
I make a motion that we accept the meeting minutes from May 17th.
Is there a second to that?
Second.
Second by Tom Walsh. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? New business. Consider authorizing the execution of AIA document G704, certificate of substantial completion for the Swift Middle School synthetic field replacement. It was in your packet, but I'd like to make a note that some of the dates I think are wrong.
Some of the what?
Dates. Date of substantial completion on the front page shows as August 14th. Shouldn't that be June? Because this is a substantial completion document. And he's going to have to complete one for the high school also.
Right, so I think you are correct that it should be June 14th, so I can certainly reach out to Mr. McCoy and ask.
Okay.
I do wonder, and this is just speculation, I wonder if it says August 14th just because he still has some materials on the turf at the moment. But I'll just ask him. He probably
Just
meant
ask
June
them, we'll know
14th.
for sure.
Yeah.
Well, the warranty will start on this date.
Yes.
You got 2 free months.
You can look at it that way, too. Work to be completed or corrected. Also, I can understand that on August 14th, but I don't know what kind of work needs to be corrected.
Okay, I'll ask him and I can get back to the committee on that.
Okay. And if we go to the next page, punch list. It's got an observation, the front page. Observation date of November 17th, 2022. That's long before we talk to him about hiring.
Yes.
And there again, issue date, August 14th.
Yes.
I don't want to be picky, but
Looks like
it was
a,
brought to my attention, it should be corrected.
yep,
Yep, I agree.
looks like a form.
All right, so I'll follow up on both of those with him.
Okay, so can we still authorize the execution of the document of certificate of substantial completion with these corrections made? Is that agreeable or acceptable to the PBC?
Yep.
Can I have a motion to that effect?
I make a motion that we accept the substantial completion form with the provisions that the date listed on the form is double-checked with the architect of record, and that the punch list observation form date be updated as well. If those are acceptable, then we should accept this form.
Is there a second? Who seconded? I did. Oh, sorry. You're sitting in the corner over there. Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained? Sorry about that, Marion. 1, 2. Old business, updated school capital project committees, high school synthetic turf replacement. Do we have anything on that?
Oh, yes. So I'll just, one more double check when I speak with Mr. McCoy about some of these dates here, but he did say when we were taking photos on the turf that they would probably be able to start mid-July and still on target to be completed by the start of the school year, which is roughly August 28th.
Okay, so that was a date that's been passed around for some time, so it looks like
It
we're
has
sticking
been.
to everything.
Yep, and he said that he was still on target just because Atlantic Group was finishing up in Boston College and they were anticipating to be coming to us right after they were done. And they were moving at the speed that they were expecting. So, but I will talk with him tomorrow just to confirm these and I'll just make sure that he's got that date still secure in his calendar.
Okay, thank you. There's one other item I'd like to bring up, but I'd like to add an item to the agenda regarding the HVAC systems and the roof work at the schools. They're going to be down the road a ways, I understand that. But do we have any coordination between the architects who design the systems? Do we have overview of the work being done? And how is the work going to be scheduled so we don't do a roof and then rip something up to do the HVAC?
Oh, sure. Yep, absolutely. So I'll start with timeline. So the DAS requires us to go through a pretty heavy application process before they can even start on the roofs. So the application process for John Trumbull will begin in October so that we can maximize the reimbursement at 60%. That process probably won't complete until the start of the 2024 year. So the roof won't actually begin probably not until the summer of 2024. At that point, we should have very clear understanding whether or not we got the second round of HVAC grants. Even if we don't get the second round of HVAC grants, we will have to make some sort of move to go ahead and time it with the roofs so that we can do HVAC work before they start laying the new roof on top. Because as you said, we'll end up having to rip up roof again if they have to go back in to do vents. So I'd be able to give you a little more determination probably in the winter time. Fall, winter time.
Excuse me, let me just back up a second.
Sure.
I need a vote to put this on the table.
Oh,
We have a motion to add this, an item to the agenda.
I make a motion that we add this additional item to the agenda regarding the roof replacement and HVAC repairs.
Second.
Second. By Mays. Any further comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, abstained? Okay, sorry for that little.
oh, no
glitch.
worries, no worries.
My point is, there are two different firms doing the work, I understand.
We'll have to go out to bid to find who they are, correct.
Do we need, I just want this coordination done right,
Sure,
so we aren't duplicating things.
sure.
And we should look into the fact of maybe hiring somebody early to do that.
For the application process or for the oversight once the work
I
begins?
think we need somebody in here to tell us how the process works.
Sure, okay. So I'd be happy to walk through all of the DAS requirements. I'd also be able to bring somebody from the state. I think Tom would be able to come down from the state and walk you through the entire DAS process. Once the actual application process begins, I will actually probably bring forward to the committee that we hire somebody who is very knowledgeable in that. So they're kind of like a project manager. And they would also oversee the application process. So at that point, we would have to go out to bid and see who would bid on that role. Because it's DAS, everything is heavily regulated in terms of following all of their procedures for going out to bid and making sure that we follow all of their policies. So I would be happy in the meantime, however, setting up an appointment with Mr. Tom, I don't know his last name, from the State Department of Administrative Services to come down and at least walk us through the application process.
You understand what I'm saying?
Point of order. Could you tell me what
Oh, sure, it's, stands for Department of Administrative Services.
We can
Yeah.
send it to, I think we need that or something for that, to do this.
Is it possible to get some recommendations on this position, this project manager position from,
Absolutely. Yep, so we've actually already had a couple people reach out to us who are interested in doing the work. So once we put the paperwork out for bid, it'll be on our website. It'll also be in the newspaper. It has to be posted for 5 days. I also encourage the committee, if any of you have folks that you've worked with in the past, to tell them to
who are the two that you're,
No, I don't exactly remember, but I know that Castle Booze was one, and there was another, I have their card on my desk in my office, but another firm has a little card with orange on it, but I can bring their names back around. But either way, it has to go out to bid following DAS so that we get the full reimbursement. So when it does go out there, I would encourage everybody to tell whoever you think might be interested to please put your name in the ring, and then we'll follow process from there.
Is that second name done any work for the town in the past, yeah?
Say that one more time?
The second name of the firm, have they done work for the town in the past?
I don't know.
And maybe you may not be able to answer that.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure. I don't know.
Okay. Any further comments? Hearing none, a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Brian's going to make it. Is there a second?
I second.
Mark Guerrero seconds. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstain? Thank you.
Recording stopped.
You